tap will be between Kenster and Schindler. The ball is in the air, and the tap is controlled by the Bulldogs, who shoot to our left here in the first half. Ruff underneath the Kenster at the left block against Schindler. Passes on the near left wing to Mason Hertramp. Fly pass to Kenster inside. Kicks it right side to Hefner. Hefner in the corner to Ferguson. Back on the right wing to Hefner. Hefner gives a hand pass between the circles to Hertramp. Takes a long three-pointer and buries it.
Well, you expect a lot of that tonight, Darren.
MFL takes 22 three-pointers a game on average. 3-0 MFL leads it. Decorah first possession, shooting to our right. Loudon Rockweiler on the far left wing against the 2-3 zone of the Bulldogs. Out of Bachman, right corner to Hosting. Hosting on the right wing, picks up his dribble between the circles to Bachman. Left side to Peyton Stock. Stock goes to Avaki to Bachman, right corner to Loudon Rockweiler. A three is up, a three is good.
I don't have any problem with that three attempt there because we had a lot of ball movement before that and got a good look at the three.
3-3 the score. We're 1 minute into the game. Decorah coming out man-to-man. Hertramp between the circles against Bachman. Puts it on the floor, kicks it to Ruff along the left baseline. He dribbles all the way through, gives a bounce pass to Hefner on the right wing, who takes a three and hits a three. 6-3 MFL, minute 15 in. Rockweiler's pass goes to Hosting at the top of the key. Left corner to Stock. Stock driving the baseline is bumped into and fouled by Ferguson.
That's a nice look there by Stock to take it to the basket. Again, I've said it once, I'll say it one more time. Expect a lot of three-point shots by MFL. And you know what? We had defense on them each time. They just shoot anyway.
They're a 33% shooting team from three-point range. Rockweiler, three-pointer left corner, good. So 2 possessions, 2 threes for both squads. It's 6-6. We're a minute 35 into the game. Hertramp works against Bachman between the circles. Hertramp guarded closely, picks up his dribble, goes on the right wing to Ruff. Ruff gets a screen, takes a dribble, gives it back to Ferguson beyond the arc right side. Three-pointer, no. Rebound pulled down by Bachman. Bachman up the right side of the floor, lobs it in the corner to Rockweiler, left side. Left to the lane to Bachman, lost it, got it back, dumps it to Schindler, right block, puts it up and in.
It's a nice look there. A good find by Bachman and a nice finish by Schindler, Darren.
2 minutes in, it's 8-6 Decorah. Hertramp up into the front court, lost control of it, got it back, passes on the far right wing to Ty Hefner. Hefner puts it on the deck, crosses over, drives to the block, puts up the runner from the block, no good. Schindler with the rebound. Now to Bachman. Bachman in transition, takes it down the lane, put up the shot, no good, but a foul is called.
And that's obviously what Decorah wants to do here, is get the ball off the rim and get out there and run. And we'll see how MFL reacts to that.
That's the second foul on Levi Ferguson, and the game's second as well. Nick Bachman on the season is a 60% free throw shooter. He's coming off a 21-point performance on Tuesday night against Walk-On. First free throw up and good, 9-6 Decorah.
Nice to see him follow that up with another solid game tonight, Darren.
Blake Brainerd is in for Levi Ferguson for the Bulldogs. Second free throw up and good for Bachman. That's his first two. It's 10-6 Decorah. Decorah with some token pressure in the backcourt. Pass ahead to Ruff, goes in the right corner to Brainerd. Brainerd had it knocked away, but a foul is called. Nickel Dimer going to go against Loudon Rockweiler.
Now, it's interesting here, Decorah in this man-to-man. It looks to me like we should be able to really get a good advantage on that.
Ruff with the basketball in the center circle, passes on the left side to Hefner. Hefner on the drive in the lane, put up the runner, no good. Rebound, Stock, outlet left to Bachman. Bachman up the left side of the floor, left baseline to Rockweiler, and he traveled with it.
Yep, he knew what he wanted to do, but he forgot to tip the football to the floor earlier than what he did with his feet.
2:46 into the game, a 10-6 lead for Decorah. Vikings putting on a 1-2-1-1 three-quarter court press. Hertramp still in the backcourt, passes on the near left side to Hefner. He goes in the far right corner to Hefner. On the right side to Kenster at the right block, put up the shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Rockweiler. Lobs it ahead to Schindler, right hand scoop shot, no good. Stock there for the putback, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ruff. Rupp up the right side of the floor for the Bulldogs. Gives a no-look pass to Kenster underneath, who puts it in for two.
That was a pretty play, Darren.
10-8 the score. Decorah on top. 4:40 to play in the quarter. Bachman loses control of it. Taken away by Kenster for the Bulldogs. Gives it back to Brainerd and now to Hertramp, who dribbles to the front court to our left. Hertramp with the behind the back dribble. Drives in the lane. Put up the shot. No good. Foul is going to be called on Peyton Stock.
And what's happened right now is Decorah is trying to go too fast instead of taking care of business. Pass the ball around a couple times, let a couple guys get a touch on the ball, and then look for that shot. And the other thing on defense, we just aren't doing a very good job of helping each other out. We're allowing guys to drive right down the lane, Darren.
Bertramp's first free throw up and good. Jonah Johnson and Blake Schmelzer in. Peyton Stack and Loudon Rockweather out for Decorah. Second shot in play with 4:28 to play here in the first quarter. A 10-9 lead for Decorah. Second free throw no good. Schindler the board for Decorah. Quick outlet right side to Bachman. Bachman on the push into the front court. Right corner to Schmelzer. A three-pointer is up. It's long. Rebound on the weak side to Johnson. Left to the lane to Hosting. 18-footer no good. Rebound pulled down by Hertramp for MFL. Bertramp to the front court to our left, guarded by Bachman on the dribble, veering to the left wing. Leaves it on the left wing to Hefner. A three-pointer up. It's an air ball pulled down by Hosting. Quickly ahead to Schmelzer. Schmelzer drives in. Layup good.
Good left hand there. Really a nice pass ahead, Darren.
Schmelzer got behind the defense and gets the first bench points for Decorah. It's 12-9 Vikings. 3:50 to play here in quarter number one. Flat pass to Kenster, high on the left against Schindler. A hook shot is up, no good. Kenster got the board back, put it up off the glass, no good. Schindler taps the rebound to himself. Quick outlet right side to Bachman. Bachman on the push. Tried to play it over to Schmelzer, and Kenster kicks it out of bounds.
Right now, Schindler is living on that defensive rebounding. I believe he's got 6 of our 7, Darren.
Schindler and Hosting out. Tim Meyer and Adam Hovden in for Decorah. 3:34 to play in the quarter. 12-9, the Vikings on top. Jonah Johnson deep on the right wing between the circles to Bachman. On the left wing to Blake Schmelzer against the 2-3 of MFL-Mar Mac. Bachman tried to get in the corner to Hovden, and the pass is intercepted by Hertramp. Quickly ahead on the left side to Hefner. Hefner with the right hand layup good. Hefner with 5 thus far. It's 12-11 Decorah. 3:09 to play here in the first quarter. Schmelzer left corner to Meyer. Back to Schmelzer. His pass intercepted by Hefner. He saves it inbounds to Hertramp, who dribbles up into the front court. Hertramp all the way down, put it off the glass and in. And John Carlson wants to take a 30-second timeout. 2:55 to play here in the first quarter. Bulldogs their second lead at 13-12.
Well, Darren, we've gotten really sloppy. It's obvious that the wing players for MFL are really overplaying that wing pass, and that sets up beautiful backdoor play. I'd like to see us go ahead with that little zone that they're running against us. I'd like to see us put one of our guys in the middle at the free throw line and force those wing players to come in so they can't be out so far into those lanes where we're trying to pass the ball.
2:55 left here in the first quarter. A 13-12 lead for MFL-Mar Mac. Hovden Hosting. Schmelzer, Meyer, and Johnson on the floor for Decorah. Mason Doyle in for the Bulldogs to join Blake Brainerd, Ruff, Hertramp, and Hefner on the floor. 1-3-1 look from the Bulldogs right now. Left of the circle, Meyer off the feed from Hosting. A three-pointer is a brick. Rebound, Hovden put it up, no good, and he was fouled by Mason Doyle. That's the trouble with playing a zone. You don't have those box out man. You're boxing out an area, and Hovden was able to take advantage of that.
Well, we've seen Hovden do that to a lot of people this year. He's very quick and a very strong young man in there, and he's tough to keep out of there.
Doyle's first foul, team's third. Hovden misses the first free throw. Adam just 4 for 13 at the free throw line this season.
Well, again, that's something that you can work on. That's something you can take complete control of.
Stock back in for Decorah. Second free throw up and good. And Hovden buries it to tie the game at 13. Hovden will get a breather for Sean Schindler. Johnson, Stock, Bachman, and Hosting the rest of the quintet for Decorah. Hertramp with the basketball behind the back dribble in the backcourt. Speeds up into the front court to our left. Leaves it on the right wing to Hefner. A three-pointer, no good. One-armed rebound for Schindler. Quickly ahead to Stock. Stock drives in, and a foul is called on Hefner. As Stock fell kind of awkwardly, but he will sit there for a second and will get up under his own power. The foul will go against Briar Ruff, actually, his first, team's fourth.
Well, I mentioned earlier, Schindler is just sweeping those defensive boards, and there was another one, and then a great outlet pass to Stock. Again, Stock jump stop, he probably had an easy layup. Stock
on the season a 59% free throw shooter. First free throw up and good. The Vikes have now attempted 5 free throws. They attempted 5 free throws against walk-on in the game. Hashtag Nugget.
Never know, do you? Oh, by the way, hello, Ruth Price. How you doing this evening?
Thanks for tuning in once again as Stock hands the second free throw to give Decorah a 15-13 lead with 2:22 to play here in the quarter.
Ruth is kind of our nugget in the you know, as we go.
Driving towards the left baseline, Hertramp takes an 8-footer, no good. Rebound, Rockweiler quickly ahead to Stock. Stock, right hand scoop from the left hand side is good. Stock with 4, 17-13. Decorah doing a good job getting back in transition ahead of the Bulldog defense.
Yep.
Brainerd right corner to Hefner underneath towards Doyle, but a foul is going to be called on Schindler, who went through his arms to try to get that ball. Sean, his first, team's third. Kenster in, Doyle out. Doyle, the only senior on this Bulldog squad.
That means they're pretty young then, huh?
You would assume. 1:55 left in the corner. Ruff, right corner to Hertramp. A three-pointer, no good. Rebound corralled by Bachman. Bachman up the left side of the floor. Stops left of the lane, tried to get it to Hosting. Ball deflected, taken away by Ty Hefner. For the Bulldogs, to Hertramp, to the front court to our left. Deep on the right side to Hefner. Hefner takes a couple of dribbles, gives a hand pass on the right wing to Brainerd. Brainerd between the circles against Rockweiler. Back to Hefner on the right side. Hefner's pass deflected by Bachman. Ball will go out of bounds, and it will be MFL ball at the scorer's table. 1:23 left here in the first quarter. A 17-13 lead for Decorah. Hefner dribbles up into the front court. Hefner on the dribble to at the top of the key, working on Stock. Puts it on the deck, drives it in the lane, dumps it at the left block to Kenster, and he'll put up a shot and score. Kenster with 4, 17-15 the score. Decorah on top, 1:03 left here in the first quarter. Hosting in the left corner against the 2-3 zone, left of the lane to Rockweiler underneath the Bachman, right block, put it up, no good. Kenster the board for MFL-Mar Mac. Kenster now off to Ruff. Ruff off the left side of the floor. Ruff driving in, put it up off the glass. No good from the left block. Rebound Schindler, 45 seconds left in the quarter. He outletted it to Bachman, and Bachman got fouled on the way out by Ty Hefner.
Well, so far Bachman's had kind of some hard luck here. He just hasn't quite been able to get that ball to fall.
First foul on Hefner, and the 5th foul on the team. 17-15 the score. Hosting at the right block to Schindler. He went up, got it blocked by Kenster, but Kenster used the other arm to forearm Schindler out of bounds. Kenster is going to pick up his first foul. The team's 6th already.
Darren, in the I told you so category, you'll notice where Decorah had their big man that time in the lane at the free throw line, and it really set up a nice high-low play.
Schindler's first free throw, no good. He's a 48%er on the season.
Like I said, it's really something they have to work on and get that taken care of.
Second free throw up and good.
When you're playing inside like Schindler is, big physical guy like he is, you know you're going to get some fouls, so you've got to be able to cash in on that.
18-15 the score. Decorah on top. Bulldog ball, 23 seconds left in the quarter. On the near left wing is Hertramp. Hertramp screen roll pass back to Kenster at the left block. He kicks it in the lane to Ruff. A turnaround shot in the lane is good. Ruff with his first 2, 18-17 Decorah. 10 seconds left in the quarter.
Did you bring some marshmallows?
6 seconds left in the quarter as Hosting dribbles to the free throw line, left side to Stock. Stock takes a 20-footer. It's a brick. Rebound down to Ruff. Horn sounds quarter over, and an 18-17 lead for Decorah after 1. 18-17 the score. Decorah leads it after 1 quarter of play, Coach B.
And again, some of you probably wondered why I always mentioned marshmallows. Well, my goodness gracious, that last time that MFL had the ball down at their end, there was 2 guys that were absolutely camping out in that lane, and they finally got a shot, which you'd expect. At this point in time, Darren, both teams are shooting 40%, which is kind of interesting. And they've kind of done it on different ways. But you know what? Right now, MFL has more field goals than we do, but we have, of course, had some free throw attempts.
Decorah 6 of 8 from the free throw line in quarter number 1, and MFL-Mar Mac just 1 for 2. That's been the difference thus far, and an 18-17 Decorah lead. Viking ball to start the second quarter. Rockweiler in the far left corner on the deep left wing to Hosting. To Stock, deep right ring to Schindler. Right corner to Bachman. A three-pointer is long. Rebound pulled down by the Bulldogs. Levi Ferguson got it. Out of Hertramp, quickly ahead to Ruff. Ruff in the right corner. Guarded by Schindler. Pass towards Kenster. Deflected around. Kenster ends up with the basketball. He'll put it home and got fouled by Schindler.
That's really bad luck there. We had the steal, and it hit off our own man's leg and bounced right back to the MFL player.
Kenster with 6 points on the night. He'll attempt for the three-point play right here as the free throw is no good. Rebound down to Schindler. 19-18 Bulldogs. 7:30 to play second quarter. Bachman passes across the timeline to Hosting. Hosting left corner to Rockweiler. A three is up. It's long. Rebound pulled down by Breyer Ruff for the Bulldogs. Sarah Hertramp quickly ahead towards Ferguson. Rockweiler deflected the pass and saved it inbounds to Stock for Decorah. Now to Bachman. Bachman right of the key to Hosting between the circles. Deep on the right side to Bachman. Deep on the left side to Hosting. Hosting takes the dribble. Goes left corner to Rockweiler at the free throw line to Stock. And Stock traveled with it. 7 minutes to play second quarter, 19-18 Bulldogs.
That's a 6 turnover on Decorah. MFL has 1, Darren.
Hertramp will walk it up into the front court as the Vikes extending a zone defense, perhaps looking to trap. They pass it on the left wing to Hefner. On the right side to Hertramp. A three is up, a three is good. Hertramp with 9 points to lead the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs right now have a 22-18 lead. Rockweiler skips it over to Stock, right corner. A three-pointer is up. It's good. Stock has 7 to lead Decorah. 22-21 Bulldogs. 6:30 to play second quarter, and a back-and-forth game thus far. Hertramp up into the front court to our left. Leaves it on the left wing to Ty Hefner. Hefner back to Hertramp left side. Three-pointer. Back iron, no. Rebound down to Rockweiler. Lost control of it. It's picked up by Schindler in the backcourt. He gets it to Rockweiler, who leaves it to Bachman in the front court to our right. Deep on the left side to Rockweiler. Right of the circle to Hosting. Hosting steps up, goes left side to Stock. Three-pointer up. Back iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hertramp for the Bulldogs. 2 minutes into the quarter. 22-21 Bulldogs. Ruff on the right wing, guarded by Stock. He'll put it on the deck, drive it to the left block, put it up, had it blocked by Stock. Stock taps it inbounds to Hertramp, who drives to the left block, put it up, no good, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Nick Bachman. Bachman picks up his first and the team's 5th. Hertramp will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. He's 1 for 2 from there tonight.
Have to credit Stock for getting a block and keeping the ball in play. Unfortunately, it went right to the other team's man.
Hertramp's first free throw up and good. He's into double figures with 10. He'll have another with 5:46 to play second quarter. Bulldogs leading by 2 and now 3 as Hertramp cans the second free throw.
Well, Hertramp has shot a couple of these threes from Luena. I think that's beyond NBA range.
And I believe that's the proper direction. Props on the geography tonight, Coach B. Pull-up jumper at the free throw line by Bachman, no good. Rebound tapped around, loose, taken by the Bulldogs. It was Mason Doyle that got it. Out of Ty Hefner. Hefner up into the front court on the right wing, left of the circle to Ruff. Ruff drives to the left block, fades away, off the glass and in. Ruff with 4 on the night, and the Bulldogs their biggest lead at 26-21, 5:15 to play second quarter. Schmelzer high post left to Bachman underneath the Schindler right block, power dribble, and a layup for 2. Well executed zone offense there as Schindler now with 5. 26-23 MFL, 5 minutes to play second quarter. Ruff on the left wing. Ruff driving to the right block. Goes right corner to Ferguson. A three-pointer is up. It's no good. Rebound Schindler for Decorah. Now to Bachman. Bachman up into the front court. Skips it over to Schmelzer. Left corner to Stock. Three-pointer up. Buries it. Stock with 2 3-pointers. He's into double figures with 10, and we're tied at 26. Good ball game thus far.
Yeah, it is. Very entertaining.
4:30 to play second quarter. Hertramp passes on the right wing. A leaping grab made there by Ferguson. He takes 2 dribbles and skips it back to the midcourt area and Hefner. Hefner driving right of the lane, puts up a right-hand scoop shot off the glass and in.
I'll give him that one again sometime. I don't believe he'll make 2 of those in a lifetime.
Hefner with 7. Now Schmelzer with the three-pointer left corner. No good. Rebound out of rough for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs up 2, 28-26. 4:05 to play, second quarter. Bertramp up into the front court. Passes on the far right wing to Ferguson. He picks up his dribble there. He lost it. He got it back. He dribbles into the lane. A lob pass underneath towards Doyle. Punched away by Schindler. Taken away by Schmelzer for Decorah. Now to Bachman. Skips it over to Stock left wing. Stock steps up. Free throw line extended jumper left side. Short. Rebound down to Doyle. He lost it. It's taken by Hertramp for the Bulldogs up the right side of the floor. Hertramp dribbles to the free throw line. Keeps his dribble. Left to the circle. Three-pointer. Barely grazed iron. Rebound taken at the right block by Doyle. And he traveled with it, and they called it late, but correctly.
Yep. The only thing missing was a suitcase.
Turnover number
3
on the Bulldogs.
So Decorah's kind of cut down on their ratio there. They're stayed at 6 now for quite a while, Darren.
3:30 to play here in the quarter. And now one of the officials gave Loudon Rockweiler the ball, and one of the Bulldogs still had 6 players on the court. That would be what we call an advantage.
Right.
I don't think they got the power play yet in basketball, do they?
Yep.
Hovden in the lane to Hosting. Hosting back to the basket. Spins to the right block and lays it up and in.
Give him credit. That was a nice move in there, Darren.
First 2 for Bryce. It's 28-28, 3:10 to play second quarter. Bertramp on the walk to the front court to our left. Bertramp shy of the timeline, dribbles it across the timeline. Picks up his dribble on the left wing, gives a hand pass towards Brainerd, and he is bumped into and fouled by Hosting. Hosting picks up foul number 1, team foul number 6 here in the first half.
Well, we haven't had the cleanest dribbling, and it's tempting to go for the steal, Darren, and we have to stay away from that temptation and use our feet.
In front of the Decorah bench, Hertramp will trigger for the Bulldogs. Kicks it in the backcourt to Hefner, brings it to the front court to our left. Working on Hosting, behind the back dribble in the lane. Perky jerks the shot off the glass and in from the free throw line. Second circus shot that Hefner's made. He's got 9. 30-28, Bulldogs up 2, 2:40 to play second quarter. Hosting deep on the left side. Hosting takes the dribble, goes to Johnson right of the circle. Right corner to Schmelzer. Schmelzer jump pass left of the lane to Hosting. Wide open lane to the basket. A right-hand scoop is no good. Rebound pulled down by Kinster for the Bulldogs. Now to Hertramp. Quickly ahead in the left corner to Hefner. Hefner between the legs dribble, gets himself open, and buries a 3. 12 points for Ty Hefner, 5-point lead for the Bulldogs, 33-28, 2:08 to play second quarter. Well, Rockweiler driving baseline, stops at the right block, tried to dish it off to Hosting. It's intercepted by Hertramp. Hertramp, baseball pass ahead, left corner to Hefner. A 20-footer is up. Left corner, no good. Hovden, the rebound for Decorah. Hovden outlets it to Jonah Johnson, far left side. Left wing to Rockweiler. A 3 is up. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Hertramp for the Bulldogs.
We got to get some passes, guys. You'll still get that 3.
Brainerd lob pass underneath to Kinster at the block, and he traveled with it. Late help defense by Adam Hovden, helping force the turnover there.
Everybody in the league thinks they're a 3-point shooter all of a sudden. Work the ball around. Cripes almighty, we've got physicality on these guys. Let's use it to our advantage.
1:38 to play second quarter. It's a 33-28 lead for MFL-Mar Mac. Decorah ball, front court to our right. Rockweiler on the deep left wing to Johnson, left corner. High on the left to Hosting. A jumper is up and good.
That play is there all night.
Hosting with 4, 33-30. Decorah trails by 3. Bulldog ball, 1:15 to play quarter number 2. Brainerd underneath to Kinster at the right block, working on Schindler, put it up, no good, and a foul is going to be called on Sean Schindler. And that's going to be number 3 on Sean. The other night against Walk-On, when he fouled out with about 3:50 to get play, it was a momentum-changing point in that game, and Sean's got to keep himself on the floor.
Well, he's just been a behemoth on the board here. I mean, he's got at least has to have 12 rebounds in this first half. And, here he is on the bench.
Free throw no good by Kinster. He'll have another. And the free throw is up and good. He's got 7 points on the night. And a 4-point lead for the Bulldogs, 34-30 with 1:05 to play here in the second quarter. Rockweiler deep on the left wing, right of the circle to Hosting, right corner to Bachman. Bachman jump pass to Hosting, right of the circle, left of the circle to Stock. A three is up. Back iron, no good. Rebound run down by Bachman on the right wing. Back between the circles to Hosting, left side to Rockweiler. Underneath the Stock, left block goes up. Had his shot swatted by Kinster and pulled down by Ruff for the Bulldogs. Now to Hertramp up in the front court. Left corner to Hefner. A three is up. A three is good. Ty Hefner with the three-pointer. He's had a heck of a second quarter and has 15 points. 37-30 Bulldogs, 30 seconds left here in the second quarter. Rockweiler in the left corner, high on the left to Hosting. Kicks along the right baseline to Hovden. Herky jerks the shot up, no good. Rebound down to Hovden, put it up too strong. Rebound Stock. He went up and got fouled by Kinster. Stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass will give Stock 2 free throws. Kinster personal number 2, team foul number 7.
Yep. Yep, that was a good job there, rallying, trying to get to the ball.
Stock with the first free throw up and good. He's got 11 to lead the way for the Vikings.
We cannot get into a three-point shooting derby with these guys. They have to understand that. We are not going to win that game. Free throw no good. Rebound Hovden, left block, left baseline to Rockweiler. Top of the key to Stock. A three-pointer is up and he buried it, but he traveled beforehand. My goodness.
16 seconds left in the quarter. 6-point lead for the Bulldogs, 37-31. Ruff with it across the timeline, working on stop, driving to the right block, put it up off the glass, no good. Rebound down to Hosting, 5 seconds. Quickly ahead towards Rockweiler, punched out of bounds by Brainerd. 1.8 seconds left in the half. It's a 37-31 lead for MFL-Mar Mac. Decorah ball, front court to our right, baseline left. Hosting, left baseline to Stock, fades away from 20, leaves it off the side of the rim, and that's that for the first half. The Bulldogs outscore Decorah 20-13 in that quarter, and will lead 37-31 as we go to the halftime break. Bulldog basketball to start the second half. Hertramp, Ferguson, Ruff, Hefner, and Kinster for the Bulldogs. Schindler, Hosting, Stock, Rockweiler, and Bachman for Decorah. Ferguson with it, top of the key, stops right of the circle, gives a hand pass to Mason Hertramp. Hertramp takes one from Farmersburg. No good. Rebound pulled down by Hefner, left of the lane, and a loose ball foul is going to be called on Peyton Stock.
Yeah, it's good hustle there. And again, that long rebound, when they miss that three, then they get that long rebound. It's hard to box out. Goes over your head.
37-31 Bulldogs. Bulldog ball. First possession of the second half. Ruff in the left corner against Stock. To Kinster, had it knocked away, got it back to Ferguson, left of the circle, to Hefner underneath to Kinster at the right block, layup no good, rebound down, but a foul is called. It's either Rockweiler or Schindler. If it's Sean, that will be personal number 4. It will be personal number 4 on Schindler.
Yeah, that's huge.
Not good.
That's huge at this point in the game.
From a Decorah perspective, as Kinster makes the first free throw for his 8th point of the night, he's now 2 for 4 from the line. Adam Hovden in to get Schindler.
Well,
second one coming for Kinster. It's up, it's good. And an 8-point lead now for the Bulldogs, their biggest of the night.
They took one shot here. We could have been out of there without any damage at all, but we could not get the rebound.
Hosting left of the circle to Bachman, left corner to Hovden. Hovden between the circles to Hosting. Hosting on the right side to Rockweiler, right corner to Bachman, right wing to Rockweiler. Rockweiler driving into the lane, goes left side to Stock. Stock in the left corner, driving left to the lane, now stops. Had it knocked away, it's loose. It's taken by Hefner for the Bulldogs. Hefner finally controls it, now dribbles across the timeline. Hefner driving right of the lanes, puts the scoop shot up, no good. Kinster tips the rebound out, but right to Stock. Bachman now one-on-one with Hertramp. Layup no good. Bachman gets the rebound left baseline. His pass goes top of the key to Hosting. Hosting driving to the right block, steps through, lost the ball on the way up, got it back on the left block, left of the lane to Rockweiler. A 15-footer, no good. Rebound Hefner for the Bulldogs. Quickly ahead to Ferguson in the right corner. Back to Hefner on the right wing. Hefner takes the dribble, goes between the circles to Briar Ruff. On the left wing to Hertramp, between the circles to Ferguson. Ferguson, a hand pass to Hefner, left of the lane, loose ball taken by Rockweiler, his pass hit the back of Hovden. It's corralled by Hosting. Back to Bachman. Bachman into the lane. Goes left wing to Hosting. Hosting driving into the lane. Put up the shot. No good. It was rejected by the bottom of the rim, but he was fouled on the way in.
Got bailed out. A nice take, but he got bailed out. A little out of control.
Bertramp the foul, his first, team's first as well. And Hosting will go to the free throw line. 71% free throw shooter. Had 10 points the other night against Waukon. First free throw up and good. 39-32 Bulldogs, 6:01 to play in the third. Bulldogs will open up tournament play a week from tonight. Second free throw up and good, 6 on the night for Hosting. 39-33 Bulldogs up 6. Their ball shooting to our right. Rough lob pass underneath to Kenster, catches, shoots, and scores. Kenster with 11. And I imagine he's going to get a lot of touches with Schindler out of the ball game, Larry.
No, we have nobody to match up with him.
Stock driving left baseline, put up a wild shot, no good, and he was fouled on the floor by Kenster. And he was very lucky that Kenster gave him a little bit of a body.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go there.
Kenster picks up his third foul, team's second. 5:38 left here in the third quarter. It's a 41-33 lead for the Bulldogs, their biggest lead of the night. Hosting with the basketball between the circles. Pass is on the near left wing to Rockweiler. Rockweiler takes the dribble back between the circles to Bachman. Takes the dribble, goes right side to Hosting. He'll take 2 dribbles. Goes top of the key to Bachman. Left side to Rockweiler. Three-pointer up. It's an air ball. Rebound taken on the weak side by Hovden, but he throws it right to Gunnar Rollins, assistant coach on the Decorah bench on a hop.
Why didn't they call a foul there? My goodness, he got pushed about 2 foot in the air.
Can't answer that, Larry. 5:13 to play here in the third, 41-33. Bulldogs up 8, three-pointer left of the lane by Ferguson, up and good. Ferguson with his first points of the night and the first double-digit lead of the night for the Bulldogs, 44-33. And Kenster is going to get called for his 4th personal foul as he posted up against Adam Hovden.
Yep.
So Kenster gets his 4th at the 5:02 mark of the third quarter after Schindler picked up his 4th with 7:19 to play here in the third. Hosting left of the lane, front court to our left. Kicks it into Hovden between the circles, deep on the right side to Rockweiler. Right block to Hosting, right wing to Bachman, top of the key to Rockweiler, left side to Schmelzer. His pass deflected, taken by Briar Ruff for the Bulldogs. Ruff driving down the lane, put out the shot off the glass and in. 6 for Briar Ruff. Timeout, JC. 4:45 left here in the third quarter. Bulldogs have outscored the Vikings 9-2 in the first 3:15 of the third, and they lead it by 13. Well, the exact opposite of a good start for Decorah. It's been a great start for MFL. Here in the first 3:15 of the third quarter, they've outscored Decorah 9-2 and now have a 13-point lead.
Well, Decorah is suffering. There's more turnovers out there than in a bakery, and we're going to have to do something about that. I mean, we just got to take care of the ball. And right now we're passing around the outside. Nobody's shooting the 3. I think they were kind of instructed to kind of not shoot that 3, but they have to understand in order to make that that work, they have to penetrate and get after the basketball inside a little bit.
Decorah ball trailing by 13. Rockweiler left corner, left of the key to Hosting. The Schmelzer tried to get it underneath the Hovden. He lost it, but it's punched out of bounds by the Bulldogs. Hosting will trigger baseline left front court to our left. Hosting into Rockweiler on the left wing. A three-pointer is up. He buries it. Rockweiler with 3 threes and 9 points. Lead is 10 for the Bulldogs. 46-36, 4:22 to play here in the third. Ruff with the basketball between the circles. Ruff goes right corner to Ferguson. Ferguson on the dribble, lost control of it, got it back, leaves it to Hefner right of the circle. Back to Ferguson in the right corner, guarded by Rockweiler. He goes on the left side to Ruff, shot faking a drive into the lane, put it up off the glass and in.
No help there. There's nobody coming off to stop that run. There should be a charge there.
Ruff with 8, 48-36, 12-point lead for the Bulldogs, 3:55 to play in the third. Rockweiler left corner to Schmelzer, left wing to Rockweiler, and a foul is called on Hefner for MFL-Mar Mac. Second foul on him, third on the team here in this half. Vikings led by 1, 18-17 at the end of the first quarter, trailed by 6 at halftime, and now trailed by 12 with 3:40 left here in the third. Rockweiler with it in the right corner. Drives right of the lane, skips it over to Bachman, left wing, Tabakita hosting on the drive in the lane, goes right corner to Rockweiler, a three-pointer no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds off the hands of Hertramp. Decorah will keep it.
And that was a nice job by Hosting, finding a good find out there for a three-point stand, but didn't make it.
Hosting, lob pass into Rockweiler at the left block, and a foul is going to be called. The personal will be on Hefner, his third, team's fourth.
Excuse me, Darren, but we're getting some fouls on them. That's the key here. Maybe we can soften them up a little bit here. Some of their key players.
Hefner out. Blake Brainerd in. Jonah Johnson in. Blake Schmelzer out for Decorah to join Bachman, Rockweiler, Hovden, and Hosting on the floor. Top of the key with it is Rockweiler. Rockweiler between the circles to Bachman. Bachman left baseline to Jonah Johnson, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Jonah.
No, I don't agree with that. A lot of theatrics by the official there, but that's all right. We had a bad angle.
Hertramp taking the charge for the Bulldogs. Bulldog basketball, front court to our right, up 12 with 3:14 to play here in the third. Ferguson in the right corner against Rockweiler. Underneath to Doyle at the right block, and he traveled with it.
Ooh.
And he slams the basketball right back at Mr. Sickles there.
Ooh. Good. Get in that guy's face. I think he'd get a little hot. I like it. Get him a little technical there.
Hosting left corner to Rockweiler. Tabakita Hosting left corner to Rockweiler. Rockweiler between the circles to Johnson. Johnson takes the dribble, skips it over to Hosting right side. Hosting on the drive, right of the lane, right wing to Rockweiler. Leaps it over to Bachman, left of the circle, left baseline to Hovden. Skips it over to Rockweiler, right corner. Rockweiler on the drive, right of the lane, put it up off the window from 8 and good.
Nice play there because they had to come out and try to guard that three-point attempt, and he just drove right by him.
A 10-point lead for the Bulldogs, 2:30 to play here in the third. Hertramp driving in, gets fouled on the way up by Bryce Hosting. Hosting picks up personal number 1, team foul number 3.
We're just not doing a very good job of helping on our defense here, Darren. They're letting them drive into that basket a little too easily. Need some help side.
Hertramp 3 of 4 at the free throw line. He's got 11. First one up and good. 49-38 with 2:29 left here in the third. An 11-point lead for MFL-Mar Mac, trying to win their 15th game of the season.
Decorah's playing better right now, Darren, though.
Second free throw up and good for Hertramp. Trying to win their 4th straight going into the playoffs. 12-point lead for the Bulldogs, 50-38, 2:22 left here in the third. Hosting on the left wing to Stock. A hand pass to Bachman, retreating on the dribble towards the midcourt area. Passes on the right side to Johnson, now to Stock. Stock on the drive in the lane, and they're going to call a foul. Ooh, boy.
Oh, boy. Wow.
Ferguson did foul him, but it was perhaps after 4 or 5 steps.
Sorry, well, maybe he was pushed. That's what caused him to travel.
There we go. Ferguson, third foul, team foul number 6. Stacked to the free throw line, first free throw up and good.
That's a big hit there. We need to get all those.
12 points on the night for Stock.
This is a gut check time for the Vikings. You know how badly they want to win this ball game. That's just really what it comes down to here.
50-39, second free throw up and good. 50-40, Stock with 13 on the night for Decorah. Rough right corner to Ferguson. To Hertramp right of the circle, 25-foot three-pointer up and good. Hertramp with 16. 53-40. Driving left the lane, Bachman missed the shot. Hovden got the rebound, put it up, no good. And a foul is going to be called on Decorah. And the foul, I believe, went on Adam Hovden.
Yes, it did.
Hovden picks up his first, team's 4th. John wasn't too happy, the lack of a call before that. Ferguson with it on the right wing, dribbles to the top of the key, picks up his dribble, passes near the timeline, deep on the left side to Hertramp. Hertramp with behind the back dribble, frees some space, takes a three-pointer and buries it. Hertramp with another trifecta. He's got 19. This thing's getting out of hand. 56-40. MFL-Mar Mac, 1:22 to play in the third. Hosting with it on the left wing to Stock, driving down the lane. Stock goes up and gets fouled by Mason Doyle.
Well, we could have half their team on the bench right now if we'd have been doing that the whole game, Darren.
Doyle picks up his second foul and team foul number 7.
We just play too soft in the middle sometimes. We just don't aggressively go to the basket.
Stock's first free throw up and good, 56-41. 15-point lead for MFL-Mar Mac with 1:17 to play here in the third. Second free throw up and good for Peyton Stock, who's got 15 points now. 56-42 the score. 14-point lead for the Bulldogs. Bertramp with the top of the key, steps up to a free throw line, Jane buries it. Bertramp's just in a zone right now. He's got 21. 58-31. Rice Hosting went up, lost the ball on the way up, and gets fouled by Ruff. Ruff will pick up the foul, his second. I'll applaud Coach Detbarn there. I'll be honest, Ruff didn't touch Hosting at all that time. And Ruff was complaining about the call, and Coach Detbarn says, why are you allowing dribble penetration? And that doesn't happen as Hosting misses the first free throw.
Definitely wasn't a foul there.
Second free throw up and good. 7 on the night for Hosting. It's 58-43. Bulldogs up 15 with 53 seconds left here in the third. Ferguson right corner, a three-pointer is long. Rebound pulled down on the weak side by Hosting. Quickly ahead on the right side to Loudon Rockweiler. Rockweiler, the runner out of lane, no good. Tapped it up, no good. Rebound Hovden left baseline. Left of the circle to Hosting. Hosting at the free throw line, right side. Timmy Meyer, a three-pointer is up, it's long. Rebound pulled down by Mason Doyle, and he was fouled on the way out by Loudon Rockweiler.
Wow.
Rockweiler, personal number 2, team foul number 5. I'd ask you the shooting percentage, but I don't know if I want to know.
Yeah.
Ferguson, right corner, bodied to the sideline and fouled by Hovden. That'll be the 9th foul on Decorah thus far.
Game has kind of turned into a free-for-all in a way here. It's not very clean right now, Darren.
Or the 7th on Decorah, I should say. 29.2 seconds left here in the quarter, and going to the free throw line will be Ferguson. Ferguson with the 1-and-1. He's 3 for 7 at the free throw line this season. First free throw up and good. Now that he's 4 for 8, what's the percentage, Larry?
Now let's see, that's going to be a square root. 50%.
Very good. Second free throw up and good. 5 points on the second half here for Ferguson. It's 60-43 Bulldogs. 25 seconds left here in the third. Hosting on the right side to Loudon Rockweiler. Rockweiler back between the circles to Hosting, 18 seconds. Hosting right side to Bachman. Ball went right through his hands and out of bounds.
We're going east and west. We got to go north and south. Isn't that what they say on a football field, Darren? We got to go north and south here. Get at the basket.
Ferguson across the timeline to Brian Ruff. Ruff goes in the lane, leaves it to Doyle, right block. Back on the right wing to Ferguson, deep on the left side to Hertramp with 7 seconds left in the quarter. Hertramp lobs it towards Brainerd, but it was punched out of bounds by Adam Hovden. 3 seconds left in the quarter. Out of bounds, far side, near half court. Ruff will trigger for the Bulldogs. Left corner to Ferguson, open look, but it's blocked by Rockweiler. Ball will go out of bounds, and the Bulldogs will have it in the left corner along the far baseline. Hertramp kicks it into Ruff. Ruff will catch, shoot, and score. Why not? (63-43) Bulldogs as we go to the fourth quarter. Vikings led by 1 at the end of the first quarter, trailed by 6 at halftime, and MFL-Mar Mac outscores Decorah 26-12 in the third quarter, and the Vikings trail by 20 going to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, right now the MFL shooting about 50%. Decorah's at 29.
Hovden's pass intercepted by Hertramp. Hertramp drives all the way down, and Hovden fouls him on the way in. Adam fouled him good enough to interrupt the layup. Third foul on Adam, 8th on the team. Hertramp will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple, and John Carlson is going to take a full timeout. 63-33 or 63-43 Bulldogs, 7:46 left. Hertramp hits a couple of free throws to give the Bulldogs a 65-43 lead. Meyer left side three-pointer, no good. Hosting the board, put it up from the right block, no good. Hosting gets the rebound, high post right, and kicks it back to Bachman. Bounce pass on the right wing to Rockweiler. Skips it over to Hosting. Punched towards the backcourt, taken there by Bachman underneath the Hovden. He went up in the air, had no idea what he was going to do with it. Ball goes out of bounds to MFL.
I don't know. I don't think he knew where he was on the floor.
Schindler in for the first time since the 7:19 mark of quarter number 3 when he picked up his 4th foul as Hovden went to the bench right there. 65-43. Bulldogs up by 22. Hefner. Pass deflected, taken by Ruff. Tried to get it on the right side of Hertramp, and the ball will go out of bounds to Decorah.
If we'd have been playing defense like we just did there the whole night, this game would not be where it is. I'll tell you that, Darren.
Well, the timeout conversation was a very brief one from John Carlson, and John's not an overly animated guy. That's probably as hot as I've seen him in his years as head coach. During that last time out. Hosting high on the right to Meyer. Meyer goes up, had the shot blocked by Doyle. The ball was deflected. It's taken by Schindler, and Sean puts it up and in. 65-45. Decorah trailing by 20 with 6:32 remaining in the game. Ruff dribbles to the free throw line, goes to Hertramp, left wing, left corner to Hefner. A three-pointer is short. Rebound taken by Hosting for Decorah. Bounce pass on the right side to Bachman. Pulls up for a three-pointer and buries it. Bachman now with 5 points on the night. Fights back within 17, 65-48. 6:08 to play. Driving down the lane is MFL-Mar Mac's Hertramp, and a foul is going to be called. More dribble penetration, and that's going to be it for Sean Schindler. The obvious statement, it's a conclusion we could have made after hearing about the game on Tuesday night and seeing quite a few games this year. Sean Schindler needs to stay on the floor.
He's a warrior. He likes to get in there and mix it up. And unfortunately, he has to learn some finesse with that.
Yep.
And how to get away from having situations where you're singled out like that. So it's a pretty easy call.
Free throw up and good for Hertramp. Free throw up and good for Hertramp.
Schindler had a heck of a ball game tonight on a rebounding and putting the ball in the hoop type thing. But
67-48 the score as Ruff knocks a pass out of bounds that was intended for Peyton Stock as he cut towards the basket. 5:59 left, a 19-point lead for MFL-Mar Mac. Inbounds to Bachman, right wing, three-pointer short. Rebound taken by Bachman, or by Rockweiler. Had it stripped out of his hands by Ferguson. Ferguson to Ruff, now to Ferguson. Lobs it to Kinster at the right block. He catches, shoots, misses the layup. Loose ball taken by Bachman for Decorah. Bachman jogging up into the front court. Top of the key to Hosting. Hosting on the drive of the lane, goes right side to Bachman. A three-pointer is up, and he got it. Bachman now with 8 points on the night. It's 67-51 MFL-Mar Mac. 5:28 to play in the game. Three-quarter court press for Decorah. Hertramp dribbles across the timeline. Jump pass deflected. Goes to the corner. Loose ball taken by Meyer for Decorah. Now to Bachman. Bachman on the push into the lane. Put up the shot. No good, but a foul is called.
What we should have been doing all night, Darren. Got to play defense and then turn it into offense.
The first part tonight obviously has left a lot to be desired. Ferguson picks up personal number 4, team foul number 9 on the Bulldogs. Bachman's first free throw up and good. 67-52.
I like the idea that we're at least making this an aggressive game.
Second free throw up and good. Bachman with 8 points here in the quarter. 67-53, a 14-point lead, and a nickel dimer is going to be called on Tim Meyer. Meyer will pick up the foul, his first, and the team's 10th on Decorah, so Hertramp will shoot 2 with 5:10 remaining. Hertramp from the free throw line here in the second half is 6 of 6. He's 9 for 10 on the night and make it 10 for 11 as he cans the first free throw. 26 points for Hertramp on the night. 68-53, second free throw up and good. 69-53. Bulldogs up 16. Jonah Johnson in, Tim Meyer out. As the baseline official gave the ball to Decorah, but there were 6 players on the court. Be a way to try to get back in the game, I guess. Rockweiler skips it over to Johnson, right wing. Top of the key to Bachman, left side to Rockweiler. Three-pointer up off the side of the rim. Rebound knocked around, being pinballed and taken by Hefner for MFL-Mar Mac. Hefner up into the front court. Left side towards Ruff. Ruff to Ferguson, right side to Hertramp. A three-pointer is up and it's no good. Kenster got the rebound, put it up and in. 13 points for Kenster, and Peyton Stock is going to get himself a technical foul. And I'll be honest, it was a well-deserved one. Stock will pick up his 3rd personal foul, and Hertramp will shoot a couple of free throws as well. Hertramp to the free throw line. First free throw up and good.
Well, there could have been over the back. I agree with that, but you just got to play the game.
Second free throw up and good for Hertramp. 29 points now for Mason Hertramp, and he's 13 for 14 from the free throw line. 73-53. Decorah trails by 20. Here's Bachman knocking away from Hertramp, taking it away. Bachman goes in and Hertramp undercut him. A foul is going to be called as Nick will go to the free throw line. Hertramp picks up his second. And
boy, if we'd have played defense like this, so Darren, gee whiz, what a difference.
4:26 remaining in the game, and Bachman will shoot a couple of free throws. First free throw up and good. And we mentioned Coach Carlson got after him during that one timeout. That's all well and good, but if it takes a coach to get after you, to get effort out of you, that's probably not a good thing either. As the second free throw no good for Bachman, and the ball will go out of bounds to Decorah. And timeout MFL-Mar Mac, and we'll keep it right here this time. It's 73-54. This was one of those games tonight where you looked up and all of a sudden Decorah was down by 20 points, Larry.
Yeah, and again, it happened because you have to give credit to MFL. Let's look at that end of things. They're well schooled. They know what their roles are, and they're going to shoot the three. We just know that, and you cannot get into a three-point shooting game with them. You have to play your game. Don't be tempted because they're not going to guard you out there. They want that three up there, and they're hoping you're going to miss it. And then they're going to take the ball and go down and get it their three, and away we go. And, Decorah's defense was lax, and I still was a little bit disappointed we did not attack that zone that they had at us because physically we had the people to do it. We could have done it. And then what you do is you penetrate, then kick out that shot. Now you got a good-looking three, and plus you got rebounders in position.
Related to that lack of attack, and we touched on this on the way over, perhaps a crisis of confidence with this team. Is that related to that, perhaps?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Hosting, Herky jerks the shot up and good. Circus shot made by Hosting. He's got 9 points on the night. And here's a steal by Hosting. Hosting's going to drive in and lay it up for 2. Lead down to 15 as Hosting into double figures with 11. 73-58 the score. And Hosting had it knocked away. Loose ball taken by Bachman. Bachman quickly ahead to Hosting. Hosting lays it up and in, and a foul is going to be called on Ruff. Well, it's a 13-point game right now, and
got total momentum on our side here, Darren.
Hosting 3 buckets in a row. Ruff will get called for the foul. Ruff will pick up his 3rd personal foul.
And it all happened because of defense.
First and only up and good. 14 now for Hosting. And it's 73-61.
Haven't been this close since like in 03.
Ruff up into the front court. Ruff double team. Kicks it on the left side to Hefner. Hefner skips it over to Ruff. Ruff will put it on the deck, and a hand check foul is going to be called on Nick Bachman.
That's maybe not too bad a ploy. We'll see if this Ruff can make these free throws.
MFL as a squad is a 62% free throw shooter. Ruff is a 39%.
That's what I'm saying. Shooter. It's not a bad point. Bingo. Missed that first one, Darren. If we can get the rebound here and get out of here, we could maybe get this thing to single digits.
3:40 left. Ruff misses the first. Second one up and good. It is 74-61 with 3:40 remaining in the game. Only one team has scored more than this against Decorah. That was the season opener against Cedar Falls. 77, Johnson three-pointer in the corner, no good. Rebound, Ty Hefner. Kicks it to Mason Hertramp, now to Ty Hefner. Hefner with it across the timeline, cut off there by Tim Meyer, and Meyer knocks down Hefner, and Hefner perhaps made it look a little worse than what it was, but nonetheless, Timmy will pick up his second personal foul. Hefner, 15 points, all came in the first half. On the season, he is a 76% free throw shooter. First free throw, no good.
Well, again, like I said, if they're only making one of these, we can pick up ground, but we got to make a shot.
Second one coming. It is up. It is no good. Rebound pulled down by Hosting. Quickly head to Bachman on the left side. Bachman on the left wing. Top of the key to Hosting. Hosting takes a dribble. His pass deflected, taken away by Ferguson for the Bulldogs. Ferguson double team to the backcourt. Had it knocked away, taken away by Bachman. Dumps it to Meyer. Right block, lays it up and in. Meyer with his first two of the night. Vikes within 11. 74-63, 3 minutes remaining. Hertramp lobs it across the timeline to Hefner. Deflected away by Bachman. Taken away by Bachman. Bachman driving right side. Put it up off the window and in, and Hertramp fouled it. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a single-digit ball game.
Yep.
Well, Nick Bachman had 2 points in the first three quarters and has 11 here in the fourth quarter. And he'll go to the line for the possible three-point play. It's up, it's good, and it's an 8-point ball game, 74-66, and Coach Detbarn wants to chat about this again. Well, the Vikes were down 22, and bottom line, you haven't seen a lot of quit out of this team. And
well, you know, that plays both ways, Darren. Obviously, we've got some confidence because we started to play a little more aggressively. Coach Carlson had a very short kind of one of those things where he says, man up. You know, are you going to go out there and play, or are you just going to go home? And they've decided maybe they're going to man up. And on the other hand, MFL has had suspect ball handling all night, but our defense has been lax enough that they've been able to get by with it. And right now, that lax ball handling of theirs is paying a price. They're just not able to handle this double teaming, overplaying the ball.
From a points perspective on offense, this is the third highest total for Decorah this year. They have 66. They scored 73 against Owine and 67 against Southwind. Cedar Falls, the only team to score more than MFL this year. They scored 77 against Decorah in the season opener. Hertramp in the backcourt, fouled there by Jonah Johnson. Jonah's going to pick up his second personal foul, and Hertramp will go to the free throw line.
I have a hunch that Hertramp's going to handle the ball a lot here.
13 for 14 from the free throw line tonight, and he's got 29 points, make it 30 as he hits the first free throw.
Nice ball player. Very nice ball player.
Second free throw coming for Hertramp. Looking for his 10th free throw this quarter. Free throw no good. Rebound down to Hosting. 9-point lead for MFL-Mar Mac. Bachman left wing three-pointer. It dances out. Rebound knocked around. Bodies on the floor, and a loose ball foul is going to be called on who?
On them. I don't know who. I think he just fouled out.
It's going to be on Hefner, and he will foul out of the ball game, I do believe. Yep. He had 15 points, all of them coming here in the first half, as he becomes the second player to foul out in this game, as Bryce Hosting will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. Hosting 4 of 5 at the free throw line tonight, and he has 14 points.
Big free throws.
First free throw up, good.
Get 2 for 1 here. They made 1. If we can make 2, that'll help.
2:37 left. Second free throw up and good. Hosting. He has himself a 9-point quarter and a 16-point night. 75-68. Ferguson, a three-pointer in the corner, no good. And Tim Meyer's going to get called for a foul.
Tim, know the situation. That's exactly what we wanted them to do, is to shoot that quick 3. Now we're going to give them a chance to make free throws.
Ferguson 2 of 2 at the line tonight and has 5 points. First free throw up and good.
That's too bad.
76-68 with 2:27 to play. Second one up and good. And the third one coming to try to give MFL a 10-point lead once again. Third one up and good. 8 points for Ferguson. 78-68, 10-point lead for the Bulldogs. Hosting with it, top of the key, kicks it to Meyer, straight on three-pointer from the top of the key, no good. Rebound now to Rockweiler. Rockweiler right corner to Johnson, now to Bachman deep on the right wing. Bachman on the drive in the lane, left wing to Hosting. Hosting on the drive in the lane, kicks it to Bachman in the lane. Bachman right side to Rockweiler, a 3 is up, a 3 is good. And Rockweiler now with 14 points. It's 78-71, 2 minutes to play. 7-point lead for the Bulldogs. Ruff with it in forecourt. Ruff goes in the right corner to Ferguson. Gets fouled there by Johnson. Johnson tried to foul Ruff unsuccessfully. Ferguson will go back to the line to shoot a couple. He's 5 for 5 from the line tonight, and he has 8 points. On the season, he was just 3 for 7 coming in. First free throw up and good.
Well, he's looking like a mighty mite right now, I'll tell you.
What's a mighty mite?
I have no idea. It just rhymed.
Second free throw coming for the Bulldogs. It is up. It is good. And Ferguson now with 10 points on the night. 80-71 Bulldogs. 1:51 to play. Meyer at the free throw line to Hosting. Left side to Rockweiler. Loudon for 3 off the side of the rim. Rebound being fought for. And a foul is going to be called on MFL-Mar Mac.
I tell you, Hosting has just been an animal on the boards. He just will not be denied in there.
Kenster will pick up the foul. That will be his 5th with 1:42 to play. And Hosting will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. Well, at least it's been interesting down the stretch.
This would be the guy I would foul, number 40, but he probably will never see the light of the ball.
First free throw up and good for Bryce Hosting. Hosting now 7 of 8 from the free throw line and has 15 points. Second free throw up and good. And it's 80-73 Bulldogs, 1:42 to play. Hertramp with it inbound, spinning away from the defender. Hertramp splits defenders in the lane, tried to get it to Doyle and couldn't handle the pass. It goes out of bounds. Vikes with an opportunity to pull within 5 or 4 with a long one here, Larry.
Well, they did a really nice job of forcing the pace, and you know, as well as Hertramp played, there is a situation where he needed to bring the ball back out.
Inbounds it comes to Bachman, who collects the ball past the timeline. Bounce pass on the right side to Meyer. Meyer dribbles to the free throw line, now stops, goes in the right corner to Johnson, right short corner to Bachman, now to Johnson, right wing, top of the key to Meyer, left side to Loudon Rockweiler.
Traveled.
He put up the shot, no good, but a travel is going to be called.
Yeah.
1:22 left.
That's too bad.
80-73 Bulldogs. They had as much as a 22-point lead here in the fourth quarter, but Vikes have scrapped back to make it a 7-point ball game. Ferguson with it across the timeline. Double team, kicks it to Ruff. Ruff goes to the right corner.
Foul that guy. Foul him. Foul him.
Ruff being chased by Rockweiler. Goes left side to Hertramp. Left corner for a 3 up by Brainerd. It is no good. Rebound tapped around. Doyle had it. It's loose. It's still loose. Being fought for. It's a hot potato. Ball goes to the backcourt. Taken by Hosting to Rockweiler. Plays it up and in.
Unbelievable.
Rockweiler with 16. It's a 5-point game. 80-75. Bulldogs up 5. Hertramp up into the front court, and it's stripped, taken away, still loose. Johnson shuffles it ahead to Rockweiler. Rockweiler stops, dumps it to Hosting. Hosting goes up and scores, and a foul is called. And Mason Doyle slammed the ball against the wall. Where's the technical foul there, sir?
Technical on that.
That is terrible. Where's the technical foul there? That's the second time tonight he's done that. Hosting makes it a 3-point game. Doyle picked up his third personal foul, and Bryce Hosting having a heck of a quarter here. He's got 13 in the quarter and 20 on the night. 38.5 to play. Second, first and only, no good. Rebound Mason Doyle, and he gets fouled by Tim Meyer.
That's okay. That's okay. We'll put this guy on the line, see what he's made of.
Meyer with 3 fouls now on the night. Mason Doyle is a 53% free throw shooter. MFL-Mar Mac does not have a single point off their bench tonight.
Well, this will be the first.
He'll have a couple. It's 80-77. First free throw, back iron, front rim, and through.
Wow. Look what I found.
81-77 with 37.2 to play. Michael Berger in for the Bulldogs for the first time. Second one around the rim, no good. Rebound being fought for. Berger tried to play it off at a Decorah player, and he did it.
Such a bad throw that it got a weird rebound off of it.
And a foul is going to be called, a 30-second timeout. Asked for by Eric Detbarn. 33.2 seconds to play. 81 to 40. 81 to 77, a 4-point lead. Well,
still not out of this, Darren. That was a huge not getting a rebound there.
Decorah had 43 points through 3 quarters and has scored 34 points here in the fourth quarter.
Okay, now just think what could have happened if we'd have played like this the whole game.
Yep.
But you got to have some emotion. You got to come into a game ready to play the game. Our defense is what ignites our offense, and we just have to play a lot better defense right from the get-go.
Bulldogs will have the basketball, far sideline, 33.2 to play. Ruff will try to get it in bounce, does so into Doyle, and Doyle gets fouled by Rockwell. Loudon picks up his third personal foul. Hard to believe that someone could have as few as 3 right now in the way this game is going.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy one tonight. Doyle's first free throw is no good. 32.1 to play.
Got to get the rebound here now. That's the key.
Second one coming. Doyle puts it up, no good. Rebound down to Rockweller. 30 seconds remaining. Rockweller up into the front court. Rockweller drives all the way down, put it up, no good, and he was absolutely hammered by Doyle. Fourth foul on him. Rockweller will go to the line to shoot 2. Loudon going to the line for the first time tonight. He's a 74% free throw shooter. First one coming here for Loudon, 81-77. MFL-Mar Mac up 4, 26 seconds remaining. First free throw, no good. Second one coming. Up and good. 81-78, 26 seconds remaining. Ruff trying to get it in bounds, tried to get it to Hertramp, and it's deflected out of bounds by Hosting.
Boy, he almost gave it to us for that layup right there. Wow, that was close.
Inbounds, it comes to Ferguson. Ball will go out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Yep.
24.8 to play, so now in front of the Decorah bench, MFL-Mar Mac will play it. Ruff will try to get it inbounds, does so to Brainerd. Brainerd bumped into and fouled by Meyer.
Yep. We don't know anything about this guy, do we?
Well, on the season, he's 3 for 7 at the free throw line.
Well, that's a good foul then.
The 5'9" junior averages 5 points a game. Bulldogs with 81 points tonight and only 1 off the bench. Schmelzer in for Meyer. To join Rockweiler, Johnson, Bachman, and Hosting on the floor. 22.6 seconds to play. 81-78 the score. Bulldogs up 3. First free throw up and good for Brainerd.
Decorah's done a nice job of extending the clock here. Need a miss right here.
82-78 the score. Second one up, around the rim, and good. 5-point lead for the Bulldogs, and a timeout asked for by Eric Detbarn. It'll be a 30-second timeout. So 30. The Vikings have outscored MFL-Mar Mac 35-20 here in the fourth quarter.
Well,
that's 55 points in a quarter. When do you see that, Larry?
Well, I really like the effort, and you can't fault them. They got a lot of heart to come back and play that way. But again, you just have to go back and say why now? Why not the whole game? They're capable of this any night, Darren. Any night they're capable of this.
So 22.6 seconds remaining. Inbounds it comes towards Bachman, who collected at three-quarter court. He'll dribble up into the front court. Goes in the right corner to Johnson, now to Bachman. Nick will take the three-pointer. It's caught out of the air by Hosting. Hosting puts it up and in. JC takes a timeout with 14.2 seconds remaining.
And again, Hosting is a magic man right now.
22 on the night for him. And it's a full timeout asked for by John. This 82-point total, believe it or not, the third highest total, or 83-point total, the third highest total for MFL this year. They scored 86 against Edgewood Colesburg and 88 against Waukon. The 80 total, this is the first time the Bulldogs have given up that many points this year. Well,
I'll tell you what, Decorah has been more than they want to have right now in this game. And look at this. One possession ball game.
And Decorah was down as many as 22 points in the fourth quarter. And it's down to a one-possession ball game. This is Vikings Radio 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.com. Darren Swinson and Larry Berlin from Monona tonight. Vikes will come out with Johnson, with Hosting, with Bachman, with Rockweiler, and with Schmelzer. Bulldogs will come out with Ruff, with Hertramp, with Ferguson, with Berger, and with Brainerd. Ruff will run the inbounds as they get it inbounds to Hertramp, and Hertramp was fouled just as Schmelzer was about to make the interception, but the foul might have deflected the pass enough to cause that turnover as Bachman picks up his third personal foul. Hertramp is 13 for 14 at the line tonight. He has 30 points. 19 have come here in the second half. First free throw up, no good.
I knew he was going to have trouble with that one because he took a second look at the basket. Normally he catches, takes a dribble, and shoots.
Second one coming, 11.7 seconds remaining. Decorah trails by 3, 83-80. Second one up and good. 31 on the night for Hertramp. Inbounds it comes to Bachman, left side. Bachman goes left corner to Schmelzer. A three-pointer is up. It's long. Rebound deflected, taken by Rockweiler, and Rockweiler gets fouled.
Unbelievable.
84-80.
Why?
I tell you what, I mean, as much as you credit Decorah with their heart and their effort and their guts and coming back in this one, MFL has helped them out a lot with some not very smart basketball. Rockweiler's first free throw up and good. 84-81,
now, do you miss this one?
2 seconds remaining.
Darren, do you miss this one?
I'll tell you here in a couple of seconds.
I think you miss it. Go for the three.
Second free throw for Rockweiler, up and good. And a 30-second timeout asked for by JC. So, 19 on the night now for Rockweiler. So Decorah with Hosting with 22, Rockweiler 19, Peyton Stock with 15, and Nick Bachman with 12. All 5 starters in double figures for MFL-Mar Mac. Hertramp with 31, Hefner with 15, Cade Kenster with 13, Briar Ruff with 12, and Levi Ferguson with 10. 3.2 seconds remaining, 2-point ball game, 84-82 MFL-Mar Mac. Ruff will be the trigger man. The Vikes won't guard him. They'll inbound in the backcourt to our left.
Now you foul like 44 here. You're fouling before the ball's ever put in play.
Ruff looking to get it in bounds. Had it knocked out of bounds by Schmelzer. And it will go to MFL-Mar Mac with 2.8 seconds remaining.
Tell you what, we had the ball there. We couldn't handle it.
Ruff will try to trigger again. Ruff trying to get it inbounds, and a foul is called before.
Yep, there you go.
The ball came inbounds, and the foul will go on Berger with 2.2 seconds remaining. Rockweiler got the foul. That's his fourth. And Berger will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple.
Well,
here's the question, I think. That whistle happened before the ball was inbound, and they should probably reset the clock to 2.8, and I think the official just took care of it. Yep. On the season, Berger is 3 of 6 at the free throw line. First free throw up, good. 85-82.
Well, if he makes this one, it's a moot point.
Second free throw up. No good. Rebound taken by Johnson. Quickly ahead to Bachman. Bachman launches it at the horn. Back iron, no good.
Oh, no. Oh, wouldn't that have been something if that Gaby would have fallen in?
MFL-Mar Mac, 85, Decorah 82. Bulldogs led by as many as 22 points in the third quarter. And the Vikes had a half quarter. A low percentage shot, but they had an opportunity at the end. Credit the Vikes for coming back, but a lot of lessons, both positive and negative, to take from this one as you proceed, Larry.
Yeah, you bet, Darren. And again, certainly, you really compliment them for the way they fought and really made a game out of it. But by golly, why get yourself in that predicament? Come out and play that kind of ball in the whole game, and you got her made, because I tell you what, they showed what they can do. And as a coach, that would be what I would expect every game that we play from here on in, and not accept the other. And hopefully the guys learned a lesson from that, if you play the whole game and you come out and you fight hard, good things happen. And boy, I tell you what, this came right down to the nitty-gritty. It was well coached at the end. Players did a nice job at doing what they were supposed to do. And, a play here or there, game turns around.
No doubt about it. As you look at the stats in tonight's ball game, scoring first for MFL-Mar Mac, 31 points for Mason Hertramp on the night. 15 for Ty Hefner, 13 for Cade Kenster, 12 for Briar Ruff and Levi Ferguson with 10. So all 5 starters in double figures for the Bulldogs. 2 points for Blake Brainerd, 1 for Mason Doyle, and 1 for Michael Berger. For Decorah, Bryce Hosting led the way with 22 points. 19 points for Loudon Rockweiler. 15 points for Peyton Stock. 12 points for Nick Bachman. 7 points for Sean Schindler. 2 points for Tim Meyer. 2 points for Blake Schmelzer. And 1 point for Adam Hovden. Free throw shooting, there were 76 free throws attempted. And of the 76 attempted, 44 came in the fourth quarter.
Unbelievable. Didn't seem that long, did it, Darren?
No, but that's what had happened. MFL was 21 for 30 in the fourth quarter from the free throw line. 32 for 44 overall for the game. And the Vikes very respectable as well from the free throw line. 12 of 14 in the fourth quarter at 26 for 32 for the game. Vikes fall tonight 85-82.